2 more each side. That cue of anchoring the hips before you lift your knees really gets you to use your obliques to pull the legs back. So here's what I tell my students. When my knees are rocked to the left, if I use the weight of the legs going to the left, that's really going to make me feel and find those obliques before I lift my knees. So I'm using the weight of the legs to load almost as a weight, as opposed to lifting and lowering. So if I'm here and I keep my legs reaching and I anchor my hip, it's like I'm doing lower obliques with 10-pound weights attached. As opposed to lifting the knees immediately, I'm using a 3-pound weight. So make sure you always use the legs to your advantage when you're doing knee rocks side to side. So let's go back to parallel hip distance, hands aside the ribs. Let's bridge back up. Take your left leg to tabletop. You're going to lower the foot down, thread it between the right leg and hip. Now, when I do this, it's still pelvic rotation. I've got a hot cup of coffee on my right knee. And as my leg goes under and threads through, I'm making sure that knee stable. It doesn't wobble. So let's do 5. Pelvic is rotating, feeling that hamstring on the right stabilize that rotation aspect of the hip. 2, 3. I've got my right hand, my fingers on my hip to make sure it's staying aligned with the knee. And 1 more. Heel is on, arms aside, roll down. Inhale at the bottom, giving that right hamstring a little bit of a rest. Exhale to lift back up. Right leg to tabletop. Leg goes down and threads through, stabilizing left hip and knee for 5. 4, hot cup of coffee, balanced on that left knee. 3, 2, and 1. Leg back on bar, arms aside, roll down. And let's take legs to tabletop, arms up, arms come down to hip, roll up, extend legs,